Hello, everyone. Colleen Neal from Let's Talk About It. I have a new topic today to talk about. Again, I speak to you from a patient's perspective. After a car accident, I was diagnosed with post-concussion syndrome, occipital neuralgia, and vestibular migraine. Today, I'm going to give you an update about my occipital neuralgia, and I want to talk specifically about radio frequency ablation. So, as you know, I was supposed to have occipital nerve decompression surgery in February, early February. And at the very last minute, my insurance company denied it, saying that it was considered experimental, which it is not. Anyway, as we work on the appeal, my doctor is currently sending in all kinds of research and data and things like that to show that it's not experimental and to show the effectiveness. Um, of that kind of surgery and how it really is perfect for my situation. I'm still having a lot of pain in the back of my head, the top of my head. I'm still having a lot of issues. So I wanted to talk to the doctor today about getting radio frequency ablation. I've had that before in my lower back. As you know, I've had other back injuries in the past. So what is that? Radio frequency ablation is a way for the doctor to actually burn out the nerves. Now, obviously, we're talking about sensory nerves. We're not talking about motor nerves or cognitive nerves or anything like that. So the concept is, I had it done in my sacral area and in my back, and basically they burn them out so that there is no pain signal being sent to the brain. So because of that, you have a good amount of pain relief for quite some time, which is awesome. For some people, it can be a year to 18 months. Some people could be 9 months. When I had it done in my lower back, it was about a year, little more than that, that it lasted. Why? Because your nerves grow back, right? They're not cutting them, right? They're burning them and then they grow back. So it was a really interesting conversation today that I wanted to share with you. And that is when I asked about getting RFA, he said, no, he actually said, not a good idea. So I was very surprised by that. And I said, explain that. Why are you saying that? He said, well, because I'm an excellent candidate for the decompression surgery. He said, what happens with RFA is that because of the burning and the damage done in that area, it does create a lot of scar tissue. So because of that, if you think about my nerves are already compressed, they're already deeply embedded into muscle that is very compressed and very, what do I want to say, inflamed. So when they do the decompression surgery, right, it's basically like finding a noodle in a concrete block, right? So they have to trace the nerves through all these layers of muscle in the back of your head. Again, it's above your skull, under your skin. It's not in the brain area. But the doctor has to go through layers and layers of fascia, tissue, and muscles to find those little nerves and follow them along. And then they basically wrap them and then they create a groove so that those nerves can glide and move the way they're supposed to. Now, if I had the RFA before doing a procedure like that, the concept is that there would be all of this scar tissue. So you can already imagine the doctor has to find a noodle in a concrete block, and now we're going to throw more scar tissue on it. Not good. He actually said that there's been a lot of research done on it, and he has found that many people that have RFA prior to have a decompression surgery actually have a failed decompression surgery. And, if that happens, sometimes the answer is to have those nerves cut, which is not good. Again, they're sensory nerves. So I asked once, well, what happens if you cut a nerve? Essentially, you lose the ability to have any sensation in the back of your head. So if I was to put my head on my pillow and my nerve was cut, I would not feel that my head was on my pillow. I basically would not know where the back of my head was in space. Now, for me especially, that is really bad news because I have vestibular migraine. That means my information about space from my eyes to my brain is already damaged. It's already not working correctly. So to add that I don't have sensory perception in the back of my head would be a nightmare. So you can just imagine you don't know if you're, touching the back of your seat when you're driving or, are you brushing your hair? you're curling your hair with a curling iron or straightening it, you could literally burn your head and you wouldn't know it. So it's not something that you really want to happen. So the bottom line at this point, on the 5th of May, 2025, we have decided as a team, my doctor and I, that I would go have another nerve block. And again, for me, nerve blocks are different for everybody. Some people it lasts for a couple months, some people whatever. Some people it doesn't work. For me, last time I had it done, it was about 2.5, 3 weeks. I did do a video on nerve blocks, prior to this. So I'm hoping in the next week or two to get the nerve block. That'll give me some pain relief for a while because I've really been having a hard time. And for me, it's the back of my head, the top of my head. Sometimes it's the side, but really it's the top more than anything and the back. Um, I can't lie down on my back in like on the couch with my head, with my hand behind my head, like that hurts. Sometimes it hurts to pull my hair back in a ponytail. Sometimes it even hurts to wear a hat. Um, so you can imagine, turning to the left, turning to the right, that because the nerves are so tight, it pulls them and that creates more pain and inflammation. So um, I'm really looking for just some level of relief right now because I've been having a little bit of a hard time. So that's where we are right now. I'm also going to post, my doctor's been, he's been creating TikTok videos about occipital neuralgia. So I'm going to post some of those too so that you can check those out. They're very good. They're, pretty short, but he's super smart. He definitely knows his stuff when it comes to occipital neuralgia. He does the decompression surgeries all the time. And I think he just has a great bedside manner and he teaches me, he doesn't just tell me what to do or what he thinks. It's like, I feel like we're a team of partners, so it's pretty neat. So anyway, that's the story. That doesn't mean that if you have problems with the nerves in the back of your head, you can't get RFA. That's a case by case situation, and you definitely have to talk to your doctor. But for me, with occipital neuralgia, um, with my other issues, and knowing that I've had successful nerve blocks to those four particular nerves, shows that I'm a very good candidate for occipital neuralgia decompression surgery. And because of that, it is not a good idea for me to get the RFA at this time as a pain management tool. So instead, I'll be getting a nerve block. I'm also getting my third round of Botox protocol on May 29th. I have vestibular migraine, so I go through those protocols every 90 days. Um, I would say after the second one, I've had a little bit of relief. I would say like it kind of smoothed the edges of my symptoms. Mostly my sensitivity to light has improved a little bit, and the intensity of my headaches. I still get them pretty much every day, migraines, but they're not as intense, and I don't get them for as long, but I do get them every day. I still have eye issues and eye ocular pain with those migraines and aura, but it's not as debilitating, but I do have to lie down and rest for a while. Um, so I'll take you along for the ride when I have my next Botox protocol, and I will definitely take you for the ride if and when my occipital nerve decompression surgery takes place. So until then, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.